What's up, YouTubers? Over here we've got the original factory rear spoiler. As you can see, it's done the same thing that every other spoiler does. Is from the factory they started rusting from the inside out and blowing the whole lot out. One side definitely appears to be worse than the other, but because of my geographical location, along with the cost of actually buying a new one, I'm going to try and clean the rust out, because I believe that once the rust is cleaned out, we will be able to get that back to form, foam it, and then fiberglass it. Yeah, I actually really like the spoiler with the high stop light. I think it looks really good on the car. So anyway, these are my endeavours. So for now, I'm just going to start attacking this steel and see what happens. Here we are, next day. Had a good crack at it last night. Yeah, as you can see it here, I never thought that this would be possible. I'll just steady the camera. All the way in here is metal, that's rubber, and that's rubber there. And I ground all the metal out here, and lo and behold, plywood. Ha! Who would have thought? Plywood. So far, it's working good. This is my progress as of last time I was here a couple of nights ago. Dug it all out, and lo and behold, I find I got plywood under here. Well, hey look, plywood I can deal with. I've just got to cut all this hairy old steel out here and close it off, seal it, and fiberglass over it. Why? Because we live in the land down under, as aforementioned. Just starting over here, this is one that I just pulled apart, began to. And then I thought about you guys and thought, well, hey look. So here's the rubber that sat in there, and it was all bulgy and pushing out. And here's the cap part that blew off. I cut that out there, and now I'm going to proceed to clean all of this out here and environmentally friendly, suck it all up with a shop vac, get this prepared for the same. Oh gosh, okay, look at that, pluck my fingers in there. Oh dear, we've got rotten plywood. Wow, small wonders never cease. Honestly thought this would be the easier one of the two. Oh, we'll get going, we'll get it sorted and see what happens.
Later, in the void.
Okay, a couple of hours on, just waiting for this to try and focus it for you. Yeah, so what we've got is what I thought was plywood. It was basically plywood that had been encapsulated with the rubber. So it's mostly rubber, but it's got a steel outside here and a steel in here. And along here too, she's a wee bit bulged, so I just went in and tried not to damage the rubber outer face that's painted. Unfortunately, I did pop a few here, which is annoying, but nonetheless we can sort it. And this is where we're at. So basically, I'm going to cut some plywood once I've gotten rid of all of this and rust treated what's left. I'll cut some plywood for there, and I will epoxy it in, then fiberglass directly over top of it, leaving an indentation so that it will sit on the boot lid just nicely, and there won't be any rust or any reasons for rust to be sucked up. So this is what I thought the good side would be. So this was the bad side, remember? And that now. What's up, everybody? It's been a while. A lot has taken place since I refilled this here with resin and fiberglass and reinforced the leg with a bar. It's been prepped, pretty much ready for primer. I've got some more fiberglass to fill in here and some more fiberglass to fill in here. There's a grinder notch, flexible fiberglass filler, and then of course this side here was an easy fix, but didn't like the resin too much in here, so basically I got rid of the resin and I'm going to also stick that with some more fiberglass Bondo as well, and then it's just a case of sanding it down, flipping it over and starting with spray putty. We'll leave it there and see how we go. Bye for now.
Soon after. Later. Later. A little later. Much later. Much later.
What's up, guys? It's been quite a while since it's been on, like I'm talking months. Got a crack there and a couple of hair cracks in here. So all in all, just a bit dull after we put some wax on it. So what I might do, which is a bit risky, is give it a couple more coats of clear. But today's job is a crack there. Let's see around here. There's a couple of scratches. As far as I can see, not a lot of cracking. So it's fiberglass. It's got timber block in it. So the only problem I'm having now, of course, and it's obvious, is that when it rains the boot leaks in here through the brake light and of course in here, which is the last thing I want. Wet carpet, as well as potential for rust and then potential for fiberglass in the timber, even though it's really well treated, to get wet. So final job today is I'm going to mask up around it and I'm going to put some sealant RTV where it needs to be, and that way we will be able to seal off all the leaks. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, it's masked up as much as I'm going to mask it up. Very nervous about this. Got a big hunk to fill along there. I guess I'll just have to take my time. Yeah, wish me Godspeed, everyone. Okay, what's up, guys? Took my time and hopefully I've sealed it in as best I can. I had 2 goes at the brake light because it was sticking right up, which I didn't like. Come around here, this one was relatively easy. I let them dry. I've basically gone in under here just now, and this is the annoying bit. This whole arm is held on by urethane, and I urethane that and I made a really neat job of it, and now I'm have to come back with the razor blade and then do it again. That was done earlier this afternoon, and then I waited for it to go hard, and now I've done it in there. I'm not sure whether it can be seen or not.
Much later.
What is going on, YouTube? Okay, this is the final wrap. I think it's almost 18 months since I filmed my spoiler, So this has been on the car 18 months now. The shopping trolley rub rail ding there, and the odd chip fly. And yet, if you hear drumming while I'm filming, this is my 14-year-old son in there. He's doing Sugar by Def Leppard at the moment. He's actually really good. I enjoy jamming and playing with him, he's cool. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, the results stand for themselves. At the end of the day, in New Zealand, it's about $700 to buy fibreglass replica spoiler. This cost me a few months of spare time and a bit of knowledge with fiberglass and spray painting. But if you're a DIY kind of person, it can be done. Like I say, it's been on the car for 18 months now, and I have still got the reaction in the paint there. I don't know what caused that, but it's not really doing anything else. It's just staying a blister. So I'm just going to leave that. There's another wee one there, and then usual cracks in there and down here. But that is due to the paint not being elasticized, and there's another chip there and a ding there, so I need to go along with the touch up and detail. But as things go, to get one of these here is probably going to be over $1,000 by the time we pay for shipping and get it delivered in a box. This has cost me very little because I had the ingredients here. The paint that I used isn't the factory colour, but you can barely tell. But when I do respray it, I've learned that it's the reducer that you can use that puts the elasticity in the paint. So yeah, I know there are plenty more ways to skin a cat, pardon my analogy, but yeah, it's the reducer that gives the elasticity. So I will sand it back and I will give it a respray in the factory colour, but this is the Toyota 4Runner Red, Hilux Red, and that's the factory colour. It's pretty hard to see, no one's actually picked it up yet, so not bad for 18 months on the car now. Yep, the hideous urethane job is still there, still doing its job. That's the only thing holding the spoiler to the window, the rear window, and it's rigid as it's not going to come off anytime soon. And you know, the car's a driver, gets driven every day, well not every day, it's driven on weekends, and I'm more than happy with that result, and I hope this helps people who live on the opposite side of the world to don't throw away the old rubber, timber and metal rusted blown out spoiler. Gut it, add fiberglass it, and then reattach it. All for now. Thank you all. Bye.